What's up, guys? Welcome to another live session. Today is Friday, June 19th, 2020, and this is the recorded session of today's live session that happened a few hours ago. We had an issue with getting the recording onto YouTube, so we had to make a new one. But no problem. We're going to quickly go over everything we talked about, look at the trades we took this week, and what we're going to do next week. So, a quick announcement, Smart FX, which is controlled and traded by our Institute Trader, is still accepting members right now. And if you're interested in joining, the minimum balance is $3,000 with a 40% performance fee. And here's a look at the program right now. So the members that have already joined are enjoying some great gains. You can see the monthly is greater than the drawdown right now. You can see that's very rare to see in a strategy. This is manually traded based on institutional concepts, tracking smart money orders on the weekly and daily time frame. So we have all the members enjoying the gains that already joined. If you're looking to join, just email support@forexlens.com and they'll take care of you. Now, if you're looking to get more gains and increased risk because of ATC's PAM software, you're easily able to do that. So here's the aggressive strategy. You have a monthly gain of around 28%. Again, the drawdown is very low, and that's the type of strategy this is. So if you don't have time to trade, if you're going back to work, this is the thing to do. To get some side income on the way without putting any real effort in. So we offer this through ATC, FX Choice. ATC is the main party, but we also accept FX Choice, Trader's Domain, and Blackwell upon request. Please email support@forexlens.com to get started. Now, this week is the slowest week I've encountered in my entire trading career with Forex Lens, and I've been with them for 14 months. This is the slowest week, and it was not because I was on vacation or whatever the case may be. It was just the setups weren't developing, and if they did, it was late in the day or even early Friday morning. So we took 3 trades this week. 3 signals were called, 4 trades in total, depending on if you were awake for pound yen during the London session. But these were the 3 signals that were officially called. And quickly to go over this, this was a loss. This shouldn't have been taken. But the reason why it was taken was because we were running out of time. We're approaching Thursday, and Thursday we still haven't had a official trade entry just yet because the markets were so consolidated. And so we entered this on Thursday, and you can see it just wasn't the correct trade to take. And if you look at it, you see what has happened here. So the reason why we took the long, we looked at this price action here, and we saw a 4-hour bullish hammer at this 4-hour support up here, right? And earlier in the week, we were looking to go short. If you look at the original idea, we had a short bias all along for pound yen, and this is right here. So pound yen, we had a short bias, right? We wanted a 4-hour closure below 133.265. We never got it, right? We came here, we wicked down, but price jumped back up. So on Thursday night, I saw price come here and print a bullish hammer. So I'm like, okay, we can maybe target intraday long back up to here, this high. And so we did get up to 30 pips from that reaction, but our entry was a bit delayed. And because of the different spreads, TP1 was not hit, and we got stopped for 50 pips. That's why I don't like counter trend trading, because of the being at Thursday and we haven't had entered a trade yet. We just rolled the dice on that one, but that ended up in a stop loss. But the good thing is the short trade that we had was entered. Some of our members got it, the European London session guys, and they got a quick 25, 30, 40 pips depending on where they got out. So that's fantastic. And next week we are looking to short GJ, like original bias was. Again, we have a target of 127.760 as our take profit. And we're looking to enter once we break this 4-hour support here. Okay. The other trade was Euro USD. Now this thing took forever to play out. We were waiting since the 14th to go short. We never got a break of this level. We were waiting again on the 15th and 16th. It did not give us an entry. It finally gave us an entry later in the day yesterday, and we went into some deep drawdown. We almost went to, I think, 8 pips away from our stop loss. But price finally dropped this morning and hit our TP1. You can see our TP1 was around 27 pips, and again, that's the sweet spot for intraday trades, to make sure you get something out of the markets. And based on how this week went, that's what I wanted, to get something. So we got this first TP, and then price went back to our stop loss, our break-even point, And I always say this: once you hit TP1, you can either close 50% of your position and move stops to entry, or close out of it altogether. And Fridays, I like to close out of it altogether. I don't get greedy. I get my whatever I can get, and then I'm done for the week because I don't like holding trades over the weekend, especially with the current market sentiment. So next week, we're still looking for shorts for EURUSD. I don't know why it took so long to develop, but nonetheless, you can even see there's a head and shoulders pattern here. You can see your head, left shoulder, right shoulder. Here's your neckline. It's a bit skewed, but nonetheless, the typical head and shoulders. I have a bearish bias for EURUSD. The other trade was pound dollar. So as soon as we took the hit for pound yen, I got us in pound dollar, and this was a nice trade. Okay, this hit our first take profit. Again, you can see after the inverted hammer, we had a nice 50 pip move. So you went to TP1 for sure, and then again, I give members the luxury of closing after TP1 whenever they feel comfortable. So if you feel comfortable at 35 pips, 40 pips, 45, 50, 60 before TP2, that's fine by me. I do that sometimes as well, especially if I'm going to be asleep. So we had that, we had the move down, and then we had price come back to the break-even point, which is again key to move your stops to break even. And then after a few days of consolidation, it finally dropped again. So next week, I'm looking to enter short for GU again once we break this 4-hour support, which price is currently stalling at. So that's the simple analysis there for GU, and a nice 25 to 45 pips depending on where you got out. And so that was the week in a nutshell. It was very slow, very consolidated. We had high hopes, but it was just not really in our favor. And a lot of the moves that happened, for example, this was counter trend, and I don't like to do that because you reduce your accuracy significantly. Now here's some of the trades we analyzed. For members, they had some requests. So we analyzed Euro CHF, Pound Aussie, Pound NZD, and Silver. Quickly go over the setups the pairs that do have setups. So Euro CHF, we found a nice setup. Here is Euro CHF, and we should see that this type of price action indicates a move back down. Again, if we go to the monthly time or even the weekly time frame, you see the trading range from this level to this level was during the start of the pandemic and to the peak. And now that there's a second wave and economies are reluctant to open or starting to close back again, I think price will dip back into this trading range. Again, we'll reevaluate on Monday's session, but I have a bearish bias for this. Pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, I have a bearish bias as well. So we go to 4-hour time frame. We want to see price come back and retest this 4-hour support, which it just broke. It's currently about to retest it. We want to see signs of rejection, ideally an inverted hammer like the one we printed when we broke out this ascending channel, this bearish flag pattern. Right, we broke out, we rejected it through inverted hammers once, twice, and had a sell-off. We want to come up to the support, retest it, right? Reject it, and once we see some inverted hammers here, we're going to take short down. Now another setup we have is for the exotics. So Euro ZAR, for example, actually USD ZAR. So USD ZAR, we have a long bias for now. So if you look at the daily, you can see here's the highs that we've created back in April, and we've been in this kind of zone, right? You can see price has broken out, and if price can make its way back above this 17.76, 17.7 level, or just to make it very, very simple, if price can break above 17.95, we go along, right? We need a daily closure. It is an exotic, so a lot of the 4-hour candles will have noise. So I think the daily will be fantastic. Once we get above 17.95, we'll go long, and we'll target around 19 flat, nice psychological level as a target point. The other trade we had was Euro ZAR, which is a similar trade setup again. We had this consolidation box. Price broke out, came up and retested the support, and then we had a sell-off. Price right now is retesting that support. So if we get rejection to the inverted hammers, we'll take the short down. However, if price closes back above the support at 1960, we'll go along to 2070. Very simple analysis on the daily time frame. And the other trade was Euro NOK, and we had a great short trade for this exotic from here, and then this thing went almost to 430, maybe even 500 pips to the downside, depending on when you get out. We can see price has pulled back to this horizontal ray, which we drew for our previous stop loss. It rejected it, inverted hammer, and so all we need price to do is clear this low that it's made to confirm the downtrend is still intact, because this could just be a new lower high, lower low, lower high, and then new lower low down here. So Again, I'm just going to be waiting for Monday's reaction because a lot of stuff can happen on Sunday, especially with the exotics. But that's the bias I have so far. And then we had one more thing someone asked for, NZD yen. And NZD yen, we're looking for shorts. So we were short last time around. It was a very simple setup, and we think we got around 80 to 110 pips from here. Since then, price action went a bit, took a minor bull relief pattern, which is fine. But you can see it immediately followed, its uptrend with a significant downtrend, creating, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, equal all across the board. And all we need to do to go short is get a 4-hour bearish closure below 68.500. Once we do, we can enter short with a target of 67.850 as a first target. Okay, so that's how the week went and the trades we're looking to take. Again, I apologize for the slowness of the week, but this is the first week I've had in 14 months where none of the setups did anything. They just stalled and we never got entry. But it's good to see that we held our ground and we were disciplined, right? That's the main thing. And members are either at break even for the week or in slight profit, depending on if they got the GJ trade, and that's fantastic. I'd rather have that than being lost because we force trades. So I think next week will be great. Again, this week is an anomaly, and I don't think it's going to be repeated again at a good time. So that is that, guys. I think that's everything I wanted to say. If you're looking to enter these sessions, right, not just Monday and Friday, but you want to get it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you want to get the entries where you get the signals that we have. Remind you, when you become a Forex trading member, you get access to all the live sessions, 10 signal providers, chart work on our Discord, and full access to ask any of our traders throughout the day for advice and pair recommendations. So if you want to take advantage, all you have to do is use this coupon code FIRST50. FIRST50, and you're going to go to our website. You're going to go to website. You're going to go to forexlens.com, and then you're going to go to Forex Trading Room, and then very simple. You click Get Full Access for as low as 74 a month. It's actually a bit higher than that, a bit lower than that. So you fill out this form, you click Next, and then you'll see enter a coupon code. If you enter this coupon code FIRST50, you get your first month for $48.50. That is a steal. That is a deal. And most members make back their fee in the first trades, even the first week, depending on account size. So that is that, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you're safe. We'll see you on Monday for another live session if you're still on the fence about joining. But without further ado, let's have a great week next week, and peace.